Good evening, you're now with me, Sholshmato for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. The Sarawak Governor and Sarawak Premier attend the Sarawak 2024 Maulidur Rasul gathering and parade in Mocha. The Sarawak government will establish an Islamic technical college for the region's Muslim community. And in the world news, the suspect behind Donald Trump's second assassination attempt charged with federal gun crimes. We begin with this news. Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife, Puan Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi, attended the Sarawak 2024 Maulidur Rasul gathering and parade early today. Also present at the event was Sarawak Premier Dr. Padigi Tan Sri Abang Johari Dunopeng.
Wan Junaidi and his wife arrived at Dataran Pehin Setia Raja at 8:33 a.m. and were greeted by Sarawak's Deputy Minister of Utility and Telecommunications, Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi, Deputy Minister of Urban Planning, Land Administration and Environment, and the Minister of Women, Children and Community Development, Dr. Sri Fatima Abdullah. Also welcoming them were Balingan Assemblyman Yaakob Ardi, Darul Assemblyman Safi'i Ahmad, Sarawak Islamic Council President Dato' Misnu Taha, and Sarawak Islamic Department Director Mual Suad. The ceremony began with the Sarawak State Anthem Ibu Pertiwiku, followed by Nasheed performance and a prayer led by Sarawak's Grand Imam, Dato' Mustafa Kamal Ahmad Fauzi. Abang Johari later delivered a speech, followed by the singing of the national anthem Negaraku and Ibu Pertiwiku. At 9:30 a.m., Wan Junaidi, his wife, and the Premier of Sarawak led the Maulidur Rasul parade, which spanned 3 kilometers around Muka town, ending at 10:15 a.m. This marks the first time Wan Junaidi has led the parade since his appointment as the Sarawak Governor on January 26 this year. The Sarawak State-level Maulidur Rasul celebration involved 119 contingents from within and outside Muka district, representing government agencies, private sectors, uniform bodies, mosques, suraus, and educational institutions.
Reflecting the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, the Sarawak government is embracing the concept of muraqabah as a guiding principle for governance in the region. Sarawak Premier Dato' Padigi Tan Sri Abang Johari Dunopeng emphasized that this significant Islamic value should be adopted as a way of life for all Sarawakians.
Tanggungjawab kita ialah untuk menjalankan amanah yang telah diberi kepada kita dari sudut mempertingkatkan keadaan kita yang ini lebih baik lagi untuk masa depan. Sebab itulah bukan saja kita memberi tekanan kepada corak hidup, tetapi kita juga harus menjaga alam sekitar kita. Kerana dari sudut konsep mukarabah ini, kita harus mengambil kira semua aspek penghidupan kita.
He also said that Sarawak's current governing policy emphasizes the collective responsibility of maintaining peace and harmony among its people. Abang Johari also highlighted the state's commitment to addressing climate change through environmental conservation efforts, while simultaneously advancing the region's development to new heights.
Hari ini dunia menghadapi masalah besar, iaitu dari sudut iklim. Keduanya ialah jaminan makanan. Maka dasar kerajaan kita sesuai dengan kehendak umat Islam, pemimpin Islam untuk memberikan kebaikan kepada semua aspek penghidupan.
The Sarawak government will establish an Islamic technical college to provide opportunities for the Muslim community, particularly the youth in the region, to gain knowledge and deepen their understanding of the Quran. Sarawak Premier Dato' Peninggi Dan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said this institution will balance secular knowledge with Islamic teachings, thereby enhancing the respect and stature of Islam as a leading example.
Dan kita menjalankan dakwah kita melalui apa disebut sebagai dakwah bilhal. Kita naklah melaksanakan tugas kita seperti dikehendaki oleh agama kita. Kita naklah menjadi contoh dan seterusnya mengekalkan kehidupan kita dan menaik taraf kedudukan kita melalui pendidikan yang baik. Alhamdulillah, Kerajaan Sarawak akan menubuhkan Kolej Islam Teknikal di mana ia akan memberikan peluang supaya anak Islam boleh melaksanakan amanahnya melalui ajaran Al-Quran dan juga ilmu dunia, ilmu akhirat dan ilmu dunia hendaklah dipelajari dan dapat kita mengangkatkan martabat agama kita supaya dihormati oleh orang lain dan kita menjadi contoh.
On to the next update. The responsibility of maintaining public facilities falls on everyone, particularly the community who are the primary users of these amenities. This reminder came from Senadin Assemblyman Dr. Sri Lee Kim Shin, who stressed that when issues arise with public facilities, it's the community that ultimately loses out, as they will not be able to fully benefit from them.
As such, he called on the local community to work together to protect and preserve these facilities from any irresponsible actions.
I think we need to educate the people. This is facilities for them.
Additionally, he said that local authorities are currently exploring extra safety measures, including increased monitoring in areas frequently targeted by vandalism.
I would like to suggest to the council, please be very practical when they design facilities in the public area. They must think of vandalism.
He added that these initiatives are aimed at ensuring public facilities are used optimally and benefit the community.
Sarawak is confident in reaching its goal of securing 83 gold medals at the 21st Parasukma Games, which will commence on September 22, 2024. According to Sarawak Parasukma Contingent Chef de Mission, Dr. Muhammad Razi Sitam, this target is part of their mission to reclaim the championship title after finishing second in the previous edition, just 4 gold medals behind Sabah.
He said that improvements in minimum participation requirements are expected to help the Sarawak Parasukma team boost their chances in key events.
Kita dengan Sabah pada tahun 2022 dulu hanya 4 gol saja, dan kali ini target kita 83 gol berdasarkan fokus yang kita cadangkan sepanjang kita berlatih, dan rekod yang dibuat sepanjang latihan, dan semoga kali ini ianya akan doalah dipermudahkan untuk kita mencapai target tersebut. Dan kita telah tambah baik juga di segi syarat kejohanan. Seperti kalau tahun 2022 dulu sebanyak 12 cara kita terlepas lah. Terlepas kerana technical problem lah. Dan kali ini dengan syarat baru sekurangnya 2 negeri dengan 4 atlet. Cara tersebut tak perlu dibatalkan dan boleh diteruskan.
The 21st Parasukma in Sarawak will feature 10 sports, including athletics, swimming, badminton, table tennis, 10-pin bowling, boccia, lawn bowls, weightlifting, archery and chess, all of which will be held in Kuching. The opening ceremony will be officiated by Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, with an estimated 3,000 guests expected to attend. Welcome back. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim described the concept of halal as not merely encompassing foods and drinks that do not contain pork or alcohol. Over the past few decades, the definition of halal has expanded, going beyond simply avoiding prohibited foods.
Because initially the traditional understanding of halal is no pork. When we used to travel those days, we have to probably ask for halal meal. And that means precisely just no pork, no alcohol, period.
He said this during the launch of the Malaysia International Halal Showcase MIHAS 2024 in Kuala Lumpur earlier today. Anwar emphasizes that the concept of halal now encompasses health, cleanliness and modern technology to create innovative and competitive products.
Health aspect, the aspect of cleanliness, aspect of efficacy, an aspect of modern utilization, technological aspects are being considered, and therefore halal industry has now, I should say, achieved a more satisfactory, high-level sort of a product that is not only competitive to some other known products, but I think can be considered to be able to excel because it imposes conditions for certification beyond what is generally considered acceptable in the international field.
He added that halal products can compete with top products both domestically and internationally. The halal industry can complement the Islamic economy as it is inclusive and comprehensive and gives a positive impact on the broader community. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim noted that the halal industry engages all segments of the community, including the farmers, fishermen, micro, small and medium enterprises, as well as retailers.
Bagi saya dalam mencapai maksud ekonomi madani dan semangat maqasid itu, maqasid syariah itu, ia mesti menyantuni hampir keseluruhan rakyat.
He said this during the launch of the Malaysia International Halal Showcase MIHAS 2024 in Kuala Lumpur earlier today. He added that national financial institutions have also excelled in various sectors, with the halal industry being one of the key factors driving this success.
Institusi kewangan berjaya dalam beberapa bidang dan kita akui, tetapi dengan industri halal, ia telah melebar kegiatan itu kepada suatu yang lebih menyeluruh.
He emphasized that the growth of the halal industry is fueled by other factors, including added value, health-related cleanliness, and the authenticity of Malaysia's halal products and services, elevating them to a higher standard. These products have the potential to penetrate international markets, including the West and East.
The Ministry of Health has detected one positive case of Mpox Class 2 variant in the country on Monday. Health Director General Dr. Muhammad Razi Abu Hassan in a statement said the case was identified from 58 suspected Mpox cases referred to the ministry this year. He said the patient is a male citizen who began exhibiting symptoms of fever, sore throat and cough on September 11, with a rash appearing on September 12.
Dr. Muhammad Razi said the infected individual has no history of overseas travel in the past 21 days and is now in stable condition. He added that all contacts of the patient are being identified with ongoing monitoring of their health status according to strict SOPs. Meanwhile, Dr. Muhammad Razi said since July 26, 2023, 10 Mpox cases recorded in the country have been from the Clade 2 variant only. He assured that the Mpox Operations Room, activated on August 16 at the National Crisis Preparedness and Response Center CPRC, will continue to monitor the Mpox situation and coordinate various preparedness and response measures.
In the world of male pageantry, where tradition and charisma often blend into a seamless presentation of polish and poise, a fellow Anak Sarawak stands out as a refreshing newcomer in Manhunt International. For Chris Fu, this year is not just about making his debut at the top male pageants in the world, but also earning the crown of Gentleman of the World, as he is set to represent Malaysia in Indonesia later this year, as he redefines what it means to be in the manhunt.
Born and raised in Kuching, Sarawak, and currently working in real estate, Fu's journey to the stage was an accidental passion, as his interest sparked from his involvement as a volunteering committee member for a recent international pageant. Reminiscing on his experiences, he also shared his journey as he introduces himself to the world and breaking the norms of male pageantry.
Once I was selected, I was like, okay, just give it a go, because I don't know when is the next time. I don't know when is the next, the next opportunity. Last year, I was involved in Miss International Sarawak. So, from that time, it sparks my interest, and that's how I bring it forward today.
On September 16, at the Geo Resort and Hotel in Genting Highland, Pahang, Chris represented Sarawak in the 2024 Manhunt Malaysia, where he had competed against 13 other outstanding finalists from throughout the country. During the competition, Chris also earned the subsidiary title of Mr. Personality. For him, his mission is simple: to inspire other Sarawakians to reach the upper echelons of male pageantry.
Actually, the biggest male model search in the world, or it's not inside the big 7 for the male pageant, and it just so happened that Manhunt International is categorized as the big one out of the big 7. So I see that as a very prominent brand for me to bring myself to the next level, to make myself seen. I just want to actually just to be a role model for the future Sarawakian. Yeah, so this is basically my purpose. I will look forward to navigate my way through this industry, trying to find my way, to find a way to actually progress in that line.
Manhunt International, the world's first and longest-running male model competition, was founded in 1993 and has a distinguished history of excellence. Dedicated to promoting fresh talent in the modeling and fashion industries, Manhunt International not only seeks exceptional male models, but also nurtures contestants to be role models and exemplary citizens, inspiring younger generations.
And now on to world affairs. Authorities on Monday charged a man suspected of plotting to assassinate Donald Trump with federal gun crimes. At approximately 1:30 p.m. on Sunday, U.S. Secret Service agent noticed a barrel of a rifle pointing out of shrubbery on the Trump International Golf Course in West Palm Beach.
The Secret Service Rafael Barros said agents who were deployed in a moving security bubble 1 or 2 holes ahead of the former president engaged the individual, ending with the suspect fleeing. Secret Service Acting Director Ronald Rose said the gunman did not fire or get off any shots, adding that he had no clear line of sight on the former president at the time of the confrontation. Police recovered a loaded semi-automatic rifle equipped with a scope, 2 backpacks, and a GoPro video camera from the scene. A man was seen by a witness fleeing the area in a Nissan Sport utility vehicle at high speed. A man later identified as 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Ruth was arrested by local police. About 45 minutes later on I-95, a major north-south highway, and replied in the affirmative when asked if he knew why he was being stopped. Ruth was charged with possession of a firearm as a convicted felon and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number at his initial court appearance. He is expected to face further charges at a later date. Meanwhile, Americans expressed shock and dismay at the attempted assassination of Donald Trump.
Me siento muy mal, eso es una falta de respeto. Una falta de respeto grande. Venir a atentar contra la vida del presidente Trump. Eso no se va a conseguir aquí en los Estados Unidos.
I think it's ridiculous that less than a month after his first assassination attempt, another shooter or potential shooter was able to get that close to him, and he was not caught for, apparently he almost fled town by the time he was caught, which is crazy.
2 days after the assassination attempt, Donald Trump is returning to the campaign trail, flying to Michigan. His Democratic opponent Kamala Harris is expected to participate in a meeting with the National Association of Black Journalists in Pennsylvania, an important election state.
In the streets of Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, roads are being repaired and buildings getting fresh coats of paint as authorities add lustre to the capital in preparation for hosting thousands of foreign guests during COP29, which runs from November 11 to 22. International rights groups have urged the United Nations and Council of Europe rights watchdog to use the momentum of COP29 to put an end to the persecution of critical voices in Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijani's rights defender and climate advocate Anar Matmali was picking up his son from kindergarten when police arrested him in front of the children. His arrest was one of the latest in a series which critics say undermine the oil-rich nation's credibility as a host of the United Nations COP29 climate change conference in November.
Hökumətə müəyyən təkliflər verək, bir vəkillik kampaniyası aparaq, bir deməli bu problemləri daha da ictimaiyyətcə diqqətə çatdıraq ki, bu problemin həlli istiqamətində hər hansı bir addımlar atılsın. Orada bir neçə istiqamət qoymuşduq. Siyasi məhbusların azadlığa buraxılması, quru sərhədlərin açılması, vətəndaş cəmiyyətinə bağlı müsbət dəyişikliklərin edilməsi, ekoloji problemlərin aradan qaldırılması, o cümlədən içməli su problemləri, Abşeron yarımadasının çirklənməsi və s. Yəni bu.
He has been locked up since April 29 and risks up to 8 years behind bars on smuggling charges human rights groups say are bogus. He and activist Bashir Suleimantli had formed a civil society group called Climate of Justice Initiative. The organization set out to promote environmental justice in a tightly controlled Caspian nation.
War-weary Myanmar villages salvage crops from flooded fields Tuesday as the country's death toll in the wake of Typhoon Yagi doubled to 226. And the United Nations warned as many as 630,000 people could need assistance.
တဲလေးလည်းမျိုးကုန်ပြီးကျန်တဲ့တဲလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးဆေးရောလည်းမရတော့ဘူးနော်အခုကဇာဝေးနေကစားပေါ်တော့တစ်ခါရောက်ကုန်လဲချာလဲငါချဖားချတော့လဲငါးတွေလည်းချစားလို့မရတော့ဘူးလေနော်ကြည်ပြင်တအားကြည့်ကြတော့
Yagi swept across northern Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, and Myanmar more than a week ago with powerful winds and an enormous amount of rain, triggering floods and landslides that have killed more than 500 people. State TV in junta-ruled Myanmar confirmed 226 fatalities late on Monday, with 77 people missing, doubling the previous toll of 113. The crisis has only deepened people's miseries in Myanmar, where millions have suffered through more than 3 years of war since the military seized power in 2021.
And thousands of firefighters on Tuesday battled wildfires in Portugal that have killed 7 people and burnt more land in a matter of days than the rest of the summer combined. Fanned by bellowing winds and a stifling heat, the 3 biggest fires concentrated in the northern Aveiro region scorched some 10,000 hectares by Monday evening. 3 firefighters died on Tuesday when the vehicle was trapped by the flames. Civil protection authorities who said bringing the fire-related toll up to 7.
National Commander of Civil Protection, Andre Fernandez, said that the 2 women and a man were killed while fighting flames near Nelas in the northern Viseu region. Across the Iberian nation, more than 3,700 firefighters, over 1,000 vehicles, and around 20 aircraft on Tuesday were battling the flames, with an alert warning in force since Saturday afternoon extended until Thursday evening. Portuguese authorities have invoked the European Civil Protection Mechanism to obtain 8 additional firefighting aircraft. Following the 2 Canadair water bombers sent from Spain on Monday, aircraft made available by France, Italy, and Greece were also expected to arrive. Raging since the weekend before worsening on Monday, the blazes have also left at least 40 people injured, including 33 firefighters. Several roads are still cut off in the northern Portuguese district of Aveiro, Viseu, Villarreal, Braga, and Porto, as well as in the central Coimbra region. Experts said that Monday saw the highest fire risk weather conditions in the northern half of the country since 2001. Scientists say that fossil fuel emissions are worsening the length, frequency, and intensity of heat waves across the world. The rising temperatures are leading to longer wildfire seasons and increasing the area burnt in the flames.
And those were the updates on TVS 99. I'm Shal Shamato. Thank you for watching and have a good night.